right, you guys, it's the one and only Christopher Bruce Barrington here again, coming to you with some more thoughts with the Creator. I just created a video about the Creator. I was listening to a song, and then the Creator's like, "Here, write this." So I wrote out what she told me to say. She took my opinions and beliefs and formatted them a certain way and said, "Write this letter." So I wrote the letter. And then she's like, "Use these pictures. Look for this picture of a rooster and look for this picture of a candle snuffer." And I'm like, "Okay." So I get them, I overlay them, put them where she is. She's like, "Circle these words that the edges point to," and then it created a secret message hidden in plain sight to basically show, like, look, this is what I'm saying was sent to me by another being to basically say, like, yes, there is a God, there is a being talking to me, teaching me about life and reality. Yeah. But basically, the idea of the song "Rooster" by Alice in Chains is basically about Alice, like Alice in Wonderland, which is like Orion in Canada, or the ancient hunter, or which is supposed to be in Egyptian, is supposed to be like some sort of god, or the Orion constellation, like the Egyptian art is like the gods, Egyptian gods, and basically in Canada. All right, and in chains, Alice in Chains basically means the ancient hunter in chains, being physically abused and kept through human rights crimes and stuff like that, keeping me trapped in the country. So saying I'm physically bound here. And basically, with their mind control crap, they're trying to create some sort of mental bond to the Canadians. That mental chain, as far as I can tell, has been totally obliterated, and I'll never knowingly or willingly submit to this mentally handicapped ditch pig species ever again. Now, so that mental chain has been apparently permanently snapped, and I'm just physically trapped here, like a physical chain. But it's Alice in Chains, like the mental chain and the physical chain. So I'm physically trapped with these people because they violate my rights, keep me prisoner, deny me justice, freedom, recompense, etc. But anyway, the song is called "Rooster," and in the song they say "snuff the rooster," "snuff the rooster." And remember, when you draw the circle with the alphabet, you draw a circle, and then start at the 3 o'clock position, write the alphabet, circle the letters of Chris B, and then it creates a triangle. All right. So a candle snuffer is basically a triangle with a post, to snuff the flames on a candle. All right. And a candle means canned L, which is like L being God and canned being like fired. Like saying you're fired to God. And basically in this ritual of my life where I'm symbolic of God and the universe and everything, they've been using me since birth, since a child. In a ritual to basically be like, okay, you're symbolic of God, the universe, everyone, and everything. So we're gonna try to physically and psychologically dominate you with mind control crap, and basically be like turn the reality into a source of amusement for the Western white man, most specifically the Canadians. All right, and basically the Creator came along and started teaching me morality and stuff like that, and saying, like, okay, here's the ritual they're using you in. This is what they're doing. This is what they've done. They put you with the Elisa character on purpose, mind controlled you, molested you, raped you on purpose, trashed your life on purpose, arranged the foot in the press thing on purpose, like a mind controlled robot, everything in our lives. And it's the same things have been happening in my family too, similar things to them, or what are supposed to be my family. They've all been physically mutilated and molested and whored in specific relationships. The difference is they don't seem to give a shit about it. Like, whatever, I do give a shit. Like, I want to experience life. I don't want my life wasted with these rejects. But anyway, so I was whored and whored. I was sledded to someone and then physically mutilated. Then they spent years with their psychological, or their mental attacks, trying to drive me to suicide. Like, look, I tried numerous, like one time I didn't eat for over 30 days, just trying to starve myself to death. Another time I didn't drink any liquid. I didn't swallow any liquid for 10 days. And I turned up the heat in the hotel room to the maximum, and I would just lay there in the heat, trying to dehydrate and die as fast as possible. Because the internet said you'll die within like 3 to 5 days if you don't have any water. So I just kept my mouth damp because it was drying out and whatever with moisture, but I never swallowed any liquid. But it kept me alive for like 10 days, and I'm finally like, oh, okay, this ain't working. And then anyway, like everything you see around you in this reality is literally part of a demented story. The idea of setting up the Trump presidency, like seriously, the idea of setting up the Trump presidency is literally just part of a stupid cryptographic story. Where you might have noticed if you looked in the articles, if you look at all the news articles of Trump on the internet and stuff like that. You'll always see him in like dozens and dozens of articles, pictures of him pointing at you, like he did in The Apprentice, saying, "You're fired." You know, like the candle thing. You know, canned L, canned God, fired God. You know, it's basically like cryptic art from the Americans saying, "You're fired, God." And remember, I'm symbolic of God, I'm symbolic of God, the Creator, the universe, everything. So in this ritual, they're still trying to get me to knowingly and willingly submit to them, so that I will hopefully mentally fall forever and become evil filth, and that the whole universe at that point will hopefully become a bad memory for the Creator and a source of amusement for the Canadians, Americans, and British. Yeah? And that's basically why the Trump presidency was set up. It was simply as part of a story to say, "Fuck you, you're fired, God." Yeah? We're dominating you. You know? We're turning all the universe into a source of amusement for the Western white man. Like, literally, that's what they're doing. They're seriously doing that. They're seriously still trying to do that. Every single day in this apartment. Every single day, they sit there and try with their mind control crap, that Jesus crap, etc. Even though the Creator's like, "Look, the story's been reversed, morons. You know, you're all canned. You're all fired. You know, you're all dog shit parents, dog shit leaders. You're morons. You know, you're not fit for anything. You're not ruling anyone or anything. You're only making fools of yourselves." You know? After doing the most horrific things you could ever imagine to what are supposed to be the most good people on earth. You know, it's disgusting. But like I said, the Creator, she told me that, like, "Look, yeah, the story's been reversed. I planted so many seeds of goodness with her on this planet, amongst the heart and soul of evil, Canada and America. Planted so many souls of goodness amongst them that I became an exceedingly good person by basically destroying, doing an extreme amount of damage to all evil in existence, and making an extreme amount of positivity for all good in existence." So it was like just a few seeds of goodness made me one of the most righteous people to ever exist on earth. Yeah, and yet they still sat there and kept attacking, like drooling morons. You know, trying to dominate. You know, well, I had no idea what was going on. Like, even to this day, she still teaches me a few things every once in a while. Yeah, but it's like I am constantly under like mind control attack by a moron that'll sit there and be like, try to suddenly put an idea in my mind about or like look for this or look for that on the internet. You know, like look for a woman, look for an athletic woman in a bikini. So you go on the internet to see if there's any cryptic meaning or anything. You see athletic women in bikinis. You don't desire them. You don't care. You spit at them, whatever. You ignore them. But you looked at it, so they're like, "We're in control of you. You're doing what we want, so you're our bitch." That's literally the way they think. Even though what they're doing is an attack against a good person who's not knowingly or willingly doing anything wrong, just looking for cryptic patterns and like to see, like, is the idea coming from America? Is it coming from the mind control pigs? Or is it the Creator telling me to look? Yeah, I don't know. So I just look to see if there's anything meaning. But as soon as you do it, then the Jesus clown, whatever it is, goes, "There, you're fallen, you're evil. Ha ha ha, we're winning. The universe is ours." That's literally the way Western white people are, and the shit clown Jesus tard are. You know, they literally do that every day. Even though what they're doing is an attack against good beings, they literally sit there and think that if you're doing what they want, if they give you an idea and you do it or follow the breadcrumbs, that somehow they're dominating you. That you're doing what they want. So they're like your bitch. That's literally what they're trying to convince people. Even though what they do is just a form of abuse against good people, which makes them insanely worse. They want you to believe that somehow it makes them insanely better. You know, that's the shit clown intellect of Jesus and the Western white men, most specifically the Canadians. No, that's what they do every single day. And it's like the Creator saying, like, you know what? It's been like, who knows how many years. Like, I can't even count the years of every day, nonstop, verbal, psychological, and physical abuse, where they all acknowledge the crimes against me, acknowledge the crimes against countless people, but just spit at you, flip the finger, whatever, trying to psychologically dominate you, trying to get you to knowingly and willingly submit to them. You know, it's disgusting. They literally do that. Yeah, it's like I was saying, when they put an idea in your mind, if you don't know who the idea is coming from, then you're not knowingly or willingly doing what evil wants. You're just doing whatever the idea in your mind is. You know, so you're not knowingly or doingly doing anything, knowingly and doingly, knowing and willingly doing evil. You're just, going about your life, being molested by evil. Yeah, that's Jesus. That's what he does. He's a creep. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, it's brutal. Yeah, I can't believe these fucking people still do this every single day, trying and trying and trying. The more I improve, the more they attack any way they can. And now it's to the point where the creator's saying, like, look, these people have had billions of people have had trillions of opportunities to put an end to this, and just give me citizenship somewhere else. Help me get justice and recompense for all the blatant human right crimes and sex and mutilation crimes against me my entire life. Give me justice and recompense, somewhere quiet and peaceful to live, so I can sit quietly by myself and try to enjoy what's left of my life. But instead they're like, fuck you, and try to destroy my soul, try to get me to fall, so I become evil, worthless filth like them forever. They literally do that to desirable children on this world. When desirable, good souls exist, they gravitate towards it and do everything they can to molest, rape, mutilate, poison, like physically and sexually and psychologically defile and destroy and taint them as much as possible, and then try desperately to get them to knowingly and willingly accept evil in their filth, so that you're becoming garbage for all eternity. And no matter how much I try to better myself, they just keep doing it over and over and over again. It's sickening. It really is sickening. Like, to see the true colors of these people. So like she was saying, like, look, the Western white people, they don't care. They know what's going on. They don't care. And apparently most of the people in the Western world, like most specifically America, Britain, and Canada, apparently most of them, if not all of them, know the crimes that are being committed against me. They know they could put an end to it, but they refuse to, because they're hoping that somehow their little scuzzy molester pig, Jesus spirit or whatever it is, and the tectard mind control pigs can somehow destroy my life and destroy my soul for amusement. So all the revolting, ugly people like Trump can feel like they're wicked that they're awesome champions, God slayers with the almighty dollar. That's the way they are. Like I said, that Trump thing is literally part of a story. He was put in, apparently, as president solely for part of a cryptic story to say, fuck you to God, you're fired. Fuck you to the creator, you're fired. To basically, in their own warped little story, try to say, like, look, we're gonna destroy this kid's life, we're gonna destroy this guy's life, destroy his soul, and in doing so, make existence a bad memory for you, and then basically, you'll be like our bitch. And you'll be like the bitch of America, Canada, and England, and a source of amusement for us. Like, even though they have to be the most demented, retarded people to try to find amusement in everything in reality, being a cryptic reminder of how foul, perverted, demented, retarded, and pathetic they are, they're still doing it anyway, just in hopefully that they can ruin God's perception of reality, and then symbolically make her or him, whatever, like a bitch to them. That's literally what's going on in reality. And they still try. The CIA, the FBI, the Department of Defense, the presidents, the CSIS, the RCMP, the citizens, they're all knowingly, willingly participating in it. They're literally trying to create some sort of pathetic, use me in some sort of pathetic ritual that try to basically to ruin the creator's perception of reality and existence. It's brutal. They won't stop. They literally will not stop. They try every single day, all goddamn day, to do anything they can to destroy my life and try to get me to knowingly and willingly submit to them. Try every fear tactic you could possibly imagine. With the irritating opposites toward Jesus and the mind control clown, whatever. Just constantly trying to ruin my life in any way they can. Just so that they can, in their own warped minds, feel like, oh, we're getting under your skin, we're provoking you and annoying you. That means we're winning. That means we're getting what we want. We're getting the reaction we want. Which means you're doing what we want. Which means we're in control. So we're dominating the universe by annoying you. That's literally the way these drooling retards think. And they're literally just trying to destroy every day of my life in such ways, in a desperate attempt to get me to believe that I'm more pathetic than them. Like, literally, that's literally what they do. All day, every day. That's what Western white people do. They do it, apparently they do it to countless people. Not just me, but like countless people, all dominating everyone and everything they possibly can. No. But anyway, we'll talk again. Bye-bye.